I want you to be more successful on YouTube than me by learning these 13 things I wish I'd known before starting a channel and making over 500 videos. I'll also share the 3 secrets I'm keeping in mind to guarantee me long-term YouTube success and happiness. I'm going to talk about bad videos in a second, but the first thing I wish I'd known is just how hard it would be to keep going. I think I've almost quit 3 times now, and for various reasons, just that feeling of everything being too hard, or not getting enough views, or not getting enough comments, or just feeling like maybe YouTube isn't for me and maybe no one cares what I have to say. The second thing I wish I'd known is how a bad video can affect you negatively. So you know what it's like, you put all this effort into making a video, you publish it, and then it gets a few views maybe, but then the views just flatline and it goes nowhere. It's pretty disheartening, and I wish I'd known up front just how to manage those negative emotions about a badly performing video. The next thing I wish I'd known is how much bad comments can actually affect you. So you could be really proud of a video and you publish it, and then you just get that one comment, just that one comment that just puts you into a negative downward spiral in your mindset. I wish I'd known up front how that can actually be such a negative thing. On the flip side, number 4 is actually how nice it is when you get a positive comment. Quite often I wake up in the morning, make my coffee, fire up YouTube, start looking at comments, and it just takes one comment to start the day off really nicely. You get something said, oh, this taught me loads of stuff, I really enjoyed this video. I get comments like, this is the best video I've seen on this, finally I understand how to do it, and I've just watched 6 other videos. So yeah, good comments. I wish I'd known how much they elevate the mood for the day. The 5th thing is how surprisingly hard I would find thumbnails for YouTube. So it's probably the thing that I enjoy the least, and it's the thing that I'm the worst at. And if you're watching this video, maybe it means I've gotten better because you actually clicked on it. But it's just one of those extra things that you don't often think about when you're starting a YouTube channel, is that you're going to have to maybe get better at graphic design skills. I'll talk about money in a minute, but the next thing I wish I'd known is just how much time I'd have to dedicate to YouTube. It's easy to think that I can just record a video, throw it straight up, no editing, no sound design, no thought, no planning. But when you take into account all of the planning, the script writing, or the bullet points, just coming up with the ideas, doing the actual filming, then doing the whole editing process, uploading it, titles, descriptions, it takes a lot of time just to make one single video. And I think when I started, I underestimated how much effort is actually required if you want to actually try and make a good YouTube video. The next thing I wish I'd known is just how hard it is to make a reasonable amount of money off YouTube AdSense. So it was a case of really, I didn't know what I didn't know at the time, and I really didn't know just how many views you need to even start to approach that point when you can think about maybe taking YouTube full-time and starting to earn a full-time living from YouTube. It's possible, but you're probably going to have to supplement AdSense income with other revenue streams, whether that's sponsorship, digital products, whatever. While I'm talking about digital products, if you want 52 ways to make your videos even better, check out my 52 Laws of Video ebook using the first link in the description. Number 8 is that I wish I knew just how much time it would take to learn video editing. And I'd done a little tiny bit of video editing years and years ago, but I basically had to learn the video editing software itself, but also creative ideas when it comes to video editing, how to cut the things together, how to do music, how to do sound effects, how to do captions. All of that stuff took a lot longer to learn than I thought it would, but I just learned a bit at a time, and bit by bit, I became what I think is a fairly proficient video editor, even if I can't say proficient. I also wish I'd known how much practice and time it would take to get better at filming just in general, and also talking to camera. My very first few videos on YouTube were really stiff, really robotic. I was standing there like this, talking to the camera, and I hope you have realized that, or hope you think that I'm a little bit looser now when I'm talking to camera, and it feels a lot more natural now than it did. But I wish I'd known just how much time it would take, how many videos I'd have to make before it started to feel a little bit more natural. The next two things I wish I'd known are related to filming, and the first is lighting. I'm outside obviously today, so I haven't got any lights with me, but just starting to understand all the different types of lights you can get, the different modifiers like soft boxes or lanterns, things like negative fill. Basically, it's like learning cinematography, and of course you can take it as far as you want in whatever niche you're in. Some niches you just get away with basically lower levels of cinematography, but sometimes you might want to up the production value, and upping the production value is one really easy way to send a little signal to the viewer that maybe your content is better than some of the other videos they're watching on YouTube, but you've got to make that call for yourself. The 11th thing I wish I'd known before I started a channel or made 500 videos was the importance of audio. So for this video, under my t-shirt, I'm wearing a wireless DJI mic, and I made my first few videos just using the microphone built into the camera that I had at the time, and the audio sounded, well, it sounded basic. So I very quickly upgraded to a shotgun microphone that went on top of the camera, and then eventually to a wireless mic, originally the DJI Mic 1. And since that point, I don't think I'd ever go back to using the built-in microphones in my camera. Audio is so important, and I wish I'd known that when I started making my very first video. I also wish that I'd really understood the concept of niches in YouTube. When I started this channel, I was doing editing tutorials, I was doing landscape photography, I was doing photography editing tutorials, I was doing filmmaking tutorials, I was doing video gear tutorials. Basically, I was doing too much on one channel, and that's why at one point I decided to split out the landscape photography specific stuff, and I put that on its own channel, and I think that really helped. And from that point I did start to see more of a gradual increase in views and subscribers, because I think that the algorithm was a bit confused about who my viewer was, or who my ideal audience was for my channel. I just had too much going on, and don't forget your mozzie repellent. I had too much going on one channel, and so people maybe were only there for landscape photography videos, and every time I published a video on video editing, they didn't care, they didn't click on it, which I'm thinking sent a bad signal to YouTube. So yeah, think about your niche and make videos, at least in the start, in that one particular niche. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. I've got those 3 secrets to share with you in a second that I'll be using going forward, but the last of the 13 things I wish I'd known before I started a channel and made 500 videos is that I wish I'd known that I shouldn't treat myself just as a commodity or a resource. And this channel is really an educational channel at heart. It's about making or helping people make better looking, better sounding and better edited videos. But you are not a resource. You are not your channel. You are not even any given video. You're a human being. And I wish I'd realized earlier on that it's okay to have a bit of personality on camera, to be less stiff, to be less robotic, and to treat yourself as a person, not as a YouTube commodity. So here's my 3 secrets that I'm using for long-term YouTube success and happiness. The first thing I call decade thinking. Don't think about your next video, whether it's going to be a success or not. Don't think about your next 10 videos. Don't worry if after a week, 1 week, 6 months, your channel's not taking off. Think long term, think in terms of a decade, think in terms of 10 years. If you can think in a decade time frame, then you're going to be in a much better place to judge whether your channel is succeeding or failing. My second secret is to win even if you lose. What I mean by this is, even if your channel fails and even if your videos don't do very well, then you can always say that you've actually won because you've learned so many new skills along the way. Talking to camera, video editing, lighting. So if you can think in terms of winning if you're learning, that's going to be one of my secrets that I'm going to be using going forward. My third secret I call trajectory over targets. So you've set yourself probably some targets where you want to get to, whether that's financial, whether that's the number of views you want to get on your videos or subscribers. But instead of looking at the specific target or where you're at now with a specific number, open up your YouTube Studio and look at the graph, whether it's views or subscribers or watch time or income. If the graph is going up, if the trajectory is going up, if the trajectory is going in the right direction, that means you're actually succeeding, even if the numbers might not be as high as you would like them. Check out this video next. I think you'll really like it. I'm Jason Robertson. Please subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate that. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.